Hey there, friends and enemies. JoPaWrites here once again, and today I'm bringing you a brand new Spellbreak video. This one is going to be touching on all the updates that are hitting Spellbreak for the Prologue chapter, and I'm absolutely, unbelievably excited for this. I can't wait. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It does help me out quite a bit. We're on the road to YouTube partner. It's nice and easy to do. Click that button, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But I'm going to jump into it and hit on the first thing, which is the Clash update. This is a brand new 9v9 deathmatch mode that is coming, and I'm very excited for it. You have respawn. It allows you to experiment a lot more, touch on different gauntlets, practice your movement in the game without the all or nothing battle royale mode. So I think this is going to definitely advance the skill gap for the players as they learn without a lot of the stress. And I can't wait. I think this is going to be an absolute game changer for the mode. Now, a couple things to note. Every time a player is exiled, the exiling team scores a point. Players roam the map just like the Battle Royale, but the circle will lead the players to its designated areas to ensure good gameplay for both teams. Being exiled, you keep all of your gear and levels, but also drop a copy for the other enemy team that can be looted as well. After being exiled, you'll respawn near your team, high above the battlefield, full health, armor, and 2 armor shards. Of note, Spellbreak's game modes are not set in stone, and they'll be experimenting and rotating the available modes. Per the above, with the introduction of Clash, they are getting rid of duos. So that's kind of a bummer. I love duos personally, but I understand having limited game modes because that means that they're going to have as healthy a player base as possible in those various nodes. So unfortunate, but I understand it for sure. They also are going to have the chapter system starting. First take, this one is free, don't forget. And you're going to be able to earn reputation by completing missions for Avira Emberdane and unlock 25 levels of rewards, including outfits, cloudburst, afterglows, badges, titles, and cards, as well as gold that you can buy things with. So this one is free, a reminder. And come back every week for new quests and check out your progress on the quests and chapters tab and see the story as it evolves over time. Again, this ongoing narrative is something that I think Spellbreak can do a lot with, and I'm very excited to see where they go with it. They also have spooky Halloween Eve, Hallowed Eve cosmetics arriving in the shop and a bunch of bundles that you can buy for a set of items with a discounted price. They made changes to matchmaking to how lobbies are filled to allow them to better populate with players. As more players join in, the match countdown timer increases to a certain point so that as new players are coming in, they're placed in an existing lobby instead of closing down the lobbies and spawning a second one. They're trying to fill games with more players and less bots, which makes a lot of sense, and I'm kind of excited. They have some bug fixes, which like lightning strikes, not striking players on the outside edge of the sorcery, immediately jumping upon stepping in a puddle no longer prevents damage from correctly being applied, etc. Now, here are some of the big changes that I'm excited about for the actual Battle Royale mode. New talents, there's Vigor, which increases your max health. There's Foresight, which see future storms, and Mana Vaults see enemies on the minimap every 10, 9, 8, or 5 seconds, depending on how you upgrade it, which is going to be great. Ambidextrous, gain level 1 skill of offhand gauntlets class, and offhand spell mana cost is decreased. I like these a lot. More talents is going to lead to more diverse gameplay options for your players, which I love. I think making your own character, your own idea of how to play the Battle Royale unique is something that I love about Spellbreak, and continuing down that path, as long as nothing is absolutely broken, is 100% the right move in my personal opinion. So we'll see how these talents work and how effective they are in the long run, but I'm very excited to see how that goes. Now, some talent changes. They changed Finders Keepers, reducing costs of some, increasing costs of others. So let's see. Finders Keepers is a reduced cost. Fortitude is a reduced cost. Scavenging is a increased cost, as well as Fervor. And then they've changed Escapist and Thirsty. So definitely check out all of those various talents as you jump back into the game, because it might not work as you kind of expected them to do in the past. And I'm very excited to see how those changes work. I know some of them were highly used and others neglected, so hopefully this mixes it up a little bit and allows you to pick some different talents that you might not have otherwise changed. Now, after using consumables, the player's vitals bar shows how much they will heal over the duration of the consumable. Huge change. I know a lot of times you would chug a potion and not know how much you would get back for it when you're in the heat of battle. Seeing that will be absolutely huge. And then, so they added new small health potions and small armor shards, which are commons, and you can stack up to 6 of them, which is huge. The current small versions that you have used have been renamed, giving a new rarity, and had their values tweaked up a smidge for better rounding, but are otherwise unchanged. Health potions and armor shards that we might have seen in the game normally are a little bit different, but this is going to work out really well, having different levels of that so you can heal more of the time. I think heals are the biggest problem that I've seen in Spellbreak, as far as just not having enough, not being able to stack enough, all that kind of stuff. So I like that change. I think it could make a huge difference when you're actually in the game and using your health potions and armor shards. So there's new safeguard potion. After drinking for 5 seconds, gives you 25 health. These are epic potions. There's a large safeguard potion and a knowledge potion, which after drinking for 1 second gives you 2 bonus charges to your rune and your sorcery. These are also epic, so that's cool. The legendary safeguard, after drinking for 8 seconds, gives you 50 health and armor over 10 seconds. They take a hotbar slot but cannot be stacked. Again, more variety is good in my personal opinion, so I'm very excited about that. Okay, some other changes. When you upgrade a gauntlet or a rune, your cooldown no longer resets. Big change, love it. Reading a scroll to upgrade runic fluency will not cause it to reset. The main menu bar has been slightly reordered. All players now start with the title Breaker by default. Emotes now loop in the store and collections menu. Artifacts now freeze if the player is frozen. Frozen Boulder has improved graphics and material, and new sounds added for when players use consumers. All big changes. I am very excited for that. Love to see it. Some other bug fixes on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and all platforms, such as when servers are down for maintenance, the client now properly reports that instead of giving authentication error, which I like. Players exiled from the game and in a party with players still in the game, they are no longer incorrectly labeled as in-match when they return to the lobby. Again, a lot of these bug fixes, I mean, there's about 20 patch fixes here. I'm not going to go over each and every one of them because that's going to take all day, but read them for yourself. There's a whole bunch of crash fixes that are good. There's a bunch of other fixes that I think are going to just make the game better as a whole, which I love. But I wanted to touch on some of the updates to consumables, to the clash game modes, to the talents and all of that, because I think that's where we're going to see the biggest change to the way we play the game in general, and I cannot wait. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It does help me out quite a bit. Let me know down below what you're most excited for in the new Prologue chapter update for Spellbreak, and I will catch you guys later. Have a great one. Peace out.